Welcome back to My Life with Plants. I'm Newman, and today I made a Hoya video, and it's no longer available because something went drastically wrong with it. And it was a really good video. I'd put together my whole Hoya collection, and what happened was partway through the video it zoomed in, so all you could see was just a big giant leaf on the screen. Anyway, since I'm here, I might as well introduce a couple to you. So just let me have a second here. I'm going to take this one down so you can have a very good look at it. And while I'm doing that, I'll introduce it. This first Hoya that you are going to see is called Hoya Carnosa Crimson Princess. And I bought this plant about 6 years ago from a store called Malaika here in Japan. They have a lovely greenhouse. They sell these exotic Hoya plants and other tropicals, as well as crystals and precious stones in their store. They also have a cafe in there. So that was a few years ago now, and here it is. Hopefully it doesn't zoom in and we get this video destroyed. But this was originally growing, I had this originally growing as a very large plant in a big pot, but it all went downhill from there. That was back when I was learning to grow Hoyas. Two main problems happened. One was I'd over-potted it, so it had a really big pot. Number two is that I let it dry out too much, and that caused the roots to die. And then when I watered it again, it stayed too wet. So I have this habit of growing my Hoyas in reasonably small pots now. What I do is I fertilize them well, make sure that they have some water in the reservoir, and I even water during the winter. I don't stop watering at all. And as a result, I've ended up with this. These are cuttings off that particular Carnosa Crimson Princess. And in the last 4 years, it's become this magnificent thing. So we have all this new growth coming away, one here. There's another vine somewhere around here. Okay. So right there, touching it right now, there's another vine. We have this one that's actually gone up, the hook here, that was from, it's been growing that over the winter. And another thing is that it has some peduncles. It's got two of them with flower buds on them. Now these, usually they drop off, and the reason for that is this plant is a big drinker, likes to have water in its reservoir, likes a lot of bright light. But I do have a lace curtain between this and the window so that the plant doesn't get that direct sun, because it is facing the south. Just found another growth here coming away. You can see here that these lovely new leaves take on this very nice pink hue. And then as they mature, they become green. And some are variegated more than others. So yeah, these are definitely a bought, like they did many times. But this time it's going to flower. I'm pretty sure of this. And this is Hoya Crimson Princess. Let me just put this back, because knowing me, I will forget and I won't put it back. We'll just walk straight out after doing this video and leave the plant hanging somewhere, and I won't even remember until I see it again and wonder, what is it doing there? Who put it there? I don't want to say that's age. I mean, I'm going to be... Should I say my age? And should I say it? Oh, okay. I'm going to be 50 soon. But that's no excuse. Yeah, that's not an excuse. It's just I got too many plants. That's my problem. If you can call it a problem. Alright, so just give me a second here. Just got to move this Tillandsia basket out of the way so I can grab this one, because this one has been doing really, really well. Ooh. Okay. Let me talk a little bit about it too. This is my Hoya Matilde. Also, I bought it in that store Malaika here in Japan, and in that particular store they have that lovely greenhouse. It's actually a glass house, and they had these, and the first time I saw Hoyas was actually in that store, and they were, I mean, you're gonna get a shock now. Okay, you ready? Big 4 Hoyas, like all hanging out in polythene pots. The polythene, not plastic, just polythene, cheap polythene, but full plants, like lots of growth coming out and hanging down, and each one is about, believe it or not, okay, you ready? $8. And they had up to 12 varieties of Hoyas. And I remember going down to that store in my work break, or in the afternoon. I usually had my break, and I would rush off down to that store and grab myself a new Hoya until I built up my collection. So this is the original, and I've made many cuttings off this, and I've given some away, and I've even kept one. Now you notice that it's pretty wild looking. I haven't trellised it back up, but what I've learned about this particular Hoya is that it's quite sensitive to you moving the new growth around. So if you do have new tendrils coming out, you're better to let them grow right out until they're finished growing and they harden off, and then maybe you can just gently pull it back, put a twist tie around it. But as they're growing like this, and if you try to twist the tendril back into the into this wreath here or whatever you're growing it on, you're probably 99% going to lose it. It's going to die back. So I've learned that too many times. This time I'm not going to make that mistake again. But as you can see here, you're getting some new dunkles. One there, one there. This one is surely to put out one. Now and then it loses a leaf like this, but that's normal. This plant is not a young plant. I've had this for 6 years. So it is going to drop some leaves when they do get older. They were the older leaves that actually fell off, so that slowly, little by little, but it has made way for new growth. This is growing in a cache pot, same as the other one, so it does have a little bit of water in the bottom. When I do water it, I water it once a week thoroughly until it's right up to the top, and then I drain it out, and then I'll give it a top up. And it's been drinking its water pretty fast, so I think I might have to water it a couple of times a week now. Whatever you do, don't let it dry out too much, because if you do that, you'll hurt the roots and set the plant back, and then when you do go to water it again, you're mistaken it for overwatering and blame it on that because your roots rot. But in actual fact, you just keep that water in the reservoir and it will grow water roots that go down and drink, plus its roots in the medium. But you're always better to water from the top, because this is a well-draining mix of bark and pumice, and you want to make sure that you wet the roots on the top too. This one has flowers that have quite a peculiar smell. And the best way I can describe it is that they smell a lot like aniseed. If you can imagine aniseed, and then you mix that with maybe coriander, a bit of coriander and a few other spices, and then you mix that up. That's kind of what it smells like. So it's quite peculiar, but you do start to admire it after a while. And I'm pretty sure the reason why it has that kind of fragrance is that it's trying to attract a certain insect, maybe a moth, to pollinate it. So there we are. This is Hoya Matilde. I'm going to put this back. Let me just do that. Like I said before, if I don't put things back, I'm going to discover them later and wonder what they're doing there. And I think I got it backwards. Oops. It goes this way. I even know which way my plants go. I'll tell you what, you got to have a lace curtain between your Hoyas and the window so that you don't overexpose them to that direct sun. They may get a lovely bright red leaves, but after a while they'll kind of not like it. Just gonna hang this sphagnum moss back up. It's looking pretty good. Look at that. Hang this back up on the pot. There we go. And I think that about does it. This was a short one, but tomorrow I'm going to do a special repotting video of a lot of my Echinopsis cacti. And if you don't know what Echinopsis are, they are a species of cacti that are native to South America, North Argentina, Bolivia, Paraguay, and even parts of Peru, possibly Ecuador. They are tropical and also very cold hardy. So here we can get down to about, we have actually gone down to -10 for a short period, but about -8 degrees. We have frost, we have snow. It's a dry winter, and they're fine with that. Also, they love this humid tropical summer with plenty of rain, although I keep them under the eaves so that they don't get too much water on them. And they have the most beautiful fragrant flowers. So if you're interested in seeing that video, I'm going to be doing it tomorrow. And anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed and learned something. And until next time, bye-bye.